All right, I hope you're having fun. Time to move on to the next example and the next platform, which is going to be again by Google. This time it's the Google AI Studio. Here you're going to find things work in a very similar way to Google Gemini. So when you go over to aistudio.google.com, you would have already got the link to this. Just make sure, now that is again the case by default, but just double check here under the models, Nano Banana or Gemini 2.5 flash image is being shown. And this doesn't look as slick, but it is still capable of producing pretty slick results, okay? So here, what we can do here is, the plus button is right here. It's addition button. You don't have to really do anything. There's no icon, banana icon, nothing like that. Okay, so just hit this. And this time for our example, we have 4 of these headshots. So we're going to push the limits, this time. And we basically want to create a scene in which all these 4 people are sitting in a cafe and they're looking at the camera and smiling. Okay, so let's upload all these 4 headshots right here. All right, so all our headshots are being uploaded. Our prompt is going to be very, very simple, which we are going to type right here. 4 friends sitting in a cafe. They're looking at the camera and smiling. And we are going to run this. And the result is just going to reflect right here. Again, just like Google Gemini, Google AI Studio is also very, very fast. So let's just wait for this. All right, and you can see it just took 19.6 seconds for this result to come. But just have a look at this. Isn't this absolutely amazing? Let's put all those 4 people side by side so that you can actually compare the consistency. And you can see it's exactly those people. Are they sitting in a cafe? Yes. Are they looking at the camera and smiling? Yes. And does it look real? Absolutely yes. However, remember, in this course, I have mentioned this before in the starting video, we are at some point going to be looking at a tool which can even, for example, let's say I take this particular photograph. Now, you can argue, right? You can argue if you were to nitpick that maybe, can you notice like the skin here and maybe like the skin here, like the shiny parts of some of those parts that we're seeing here where the skin is reflecting off the light. This can sometimes look a bit AI-ish, even though it's not that bad, right? I'm going to be showing you a tool later on, which is just going to get even rid of this little bit of an AI look. Nano Banana doesn't even have that anyway, but whatever it has, even we're going to get rid of that, and we're going to turn something like this into a proper photograph. So that lecture will come slightly later, so don't worry about it. But the point is, you can even improve these results further. But right now, just from a consistency point of view, this is absolutely amazing. And this time, if you just have a look at this image, if I just hover over it, you can again see that we still have the kind of a similar resolution issue as Google Gemini. So it's again capped like the 1K resolution. So you get around a megapixel of these pixels. So, but not bad again for social media usage. And again, just like I told you that we're going to be looking at some other tools, we're also going to be looking at upscaling tools that, you can just literally use for free. And anytime you can use AI to upscale these photos. So tomorrow, if I want to take a printout, I can do that even with this by upscaling it. So we're going to look at that later also. But again, one of the other issues which is similar to Google Gemini is that you do get this official Google watermark even with Google AI Studio. But the good part about Gemini and Google AI Studio, they're completely free. And also they're just very, very easy to use. That's what I feel. You don't have to really create some account, like a separate account or something like that. It's just very, very accessible. We will continue to look at some other Google platforms also, but that will happen in the next video. I'll see you there.